yo, as Scott Hall would say. We're still mourning that guy here, man. I can't believe he's gone. But hey, it's Thursday. It's St. Patrick's Day. Got all kinds of green beer to drink today. Hey, if you're still sober and you're watching this, congratulations. But if hey, you might be watching all the brackets like Spencer and I are doing. What's going on, Spencer? How's it going so far today?
It's going good, man. I'm just, hanging out, just looking over these brackets. We only got one NBA game tonight, but we got all that college basketball going on, so that'll be fun. Uh, just we got a new episode of Heavyweights dropping today. We got Terry Foster on there, so some T-Foss stories uncensored. I think the people are gonna enjoy that. But other than that, yeah, just having a good day. It's beautiful
Good.
out today, so that's good.
Oh
How
man.
about yourself?
Ah, dude, it's spectacular outside. I mean, if it just brightens the mood, man, it just makes you feel
Oh, for
better. I mean,
sure.
everybody who's outside partying for St. Patrick's Day, I mean, it's just a combination of oh shit when it's nice out and St. Patrick's Day, you got college basketball, but yeah, Michigan already won. We saw that, so that's good. So pretty pleased with that. If you watched the video I threw out earlier, I had Michigan in my picks, but yeah, I mean, hey, Spencer, full effect here. Gotta love March Madness, especially on St. Patrick's Day. I got a bowl tonight, so I'm gonna do my drinking here later tonight. But buddy, I got to bring up something here before we get too far into basketball. But being a baseball fan, did you see that shit the Dodgers just pulled off? Freddie Freeman. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me, Spencer? The rich get
I mean,
richer.
how many more stars do they need? That's got their payrolls like over 300 million now. I mean, they just signed, former MVP, one of the best first basemen in the league, and he's going back home. I guess he's a California guy, so happy for him. I think they're obviously they were already the favorites for the World Series before they signed him, and then they just brought in one of the best players in baseball. So it's what we always see, Yankees, Dodgers just spending a ridiculous amount of money to try to get all the best players they can and make a run at the World Series. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Baseball's always weird. They always got, that one team that pops up. Seattle's looking pretty good. They made some great signs too. So, I'm excited for baseball to come back. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Spencer, the Dodgers, I gotta admit, have become kind of like my second favorite team. And reason being, basically in DFS, everybody likes to play them 7 o'clock games. So I always would stack up, late night teams, and obviously with the Dodgers being them and the Padres are two teams that I like to stack up. But man, that lineup, I that's unbelievable. Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, you're gonna have Justin Turner, Freddie Freeman, Cody Bellinger. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's not even fair. But man, that's something else. I'll be happy when baseball gets back. But Spencer, before we get too far, I just want to also see if how everybody's brackets are doing here so far. I mean, it's always fun. When this is going off here at 6 o'clock, all those early afternoon games. So we all have 8 games gone, but it's always fun to get in there, check your brackets. So all of you who participated in the Woodward Sports Bracket Challenge, we definitely appreciate that. Spencer, did you get in there? Did you get bracket in there?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got my bracket in there. I got it all set. I got Kentucky winning it all. So hopefully they can pull it out for me. I like the look of my bracket. I got some upsets in the first round, so far. I did pick Michigan, so we're 1 for 1 on that, and we'll see how the rest of today and tomorrow shakes out. Hopefully, I don't get my bracket busted early in the into the first round here. So that's all we can hope for, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you build a bracket and you're pretty chalky and you got all the higher seeds winning and you got like Gonzaga winning here, you got to do really well in the first round if that's the way it ends up playing out. But you know what? If you end up mixing it up there in the final grade 8 and the final 4 and you have teams that nobody else has and ends up working out for you, if you end up bouncing, let's say you like Beerman said he thought UConn's going to bounce out Gonzaga. So, if that call comes through for him, that'll boost him up in the obviously way ahead of everybody else. But it's situations like that, Spencer. I mean, the first 2 rounds won't kill you in your bracket if you're mixed up a little bit. But yeah, it's always fun though checking the brackets. Great time of the year, especially as we mentioned with baseball around the corner. But Yeah, Woodward Sports. So make sure you guys are following us on YouTube. Obviously, Spencer mentioned his heavyweight show. Looking forward to. I mean, Terry Foster. I mean, he's like the Yoda of Woodward or of Detroit sports, is he not? I mean, whenever he comes in the room, he's always got a nice, cool little story to tell. When he starts, when all of us kind of know that he's in storytelling mode, we all just are kind of like quiet. Usually, I've noticed when T Foss is talking, we're all listening. But yeah, Spencer, looking forward to checking that out. But
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
got we
so
got the Crown Royal flowing. We got some of his great stories about Dave Bing, about fighting Chicago reporters, and a bunch of different stuff. It's going to be great. I think a lot of people are going to like it.
oh boy, oh, the Crown Royal shots rolling.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's oh boy, that should be interesting. Hopefully, Easy didn't. Easy looks like he'd be the 2 or 3 shotter, and he'd be puking guy. He doesn't look like he's a boozer. Like Spencer looks like he'd take down the bottle, and he'd be wanting to keep going. But I don't know. Easy just
I went
doesn't
to
come
Michigan
across to
State,
me
so
as.
I know how to party.
Yeah, damn straight. But I spent, you know what? Even though I'm a Michigan fan, buddy, I had a few buddies that went to Michigan State, and I spent a few weekends out there. I think I actually had my name signed on one of the walls for keg stands back when I could do that pretty well. I was skinny, so everybody could lift me up, and I could drink some beer out of the keg. That was for sure. And not anymore, Spencer. I'm getting old now, buddy. But before we get too far here, just want to talk about the Pistons here. But I mean, how can we? I mean, how can you not bet on 'em? I mean, if you've been watching the show, you already know. I mean, we've been betting on them the whole time here. They're going down to Orlando. I mean, going down to Florida, but I mean, how can you not bet them? As we talked about, they might be going to be without Cade. So I don't know. I mean, I'm going to still roll with it. I got nothing to lose at this point. But Spencer, what do you think? Should we throw up a little caution here?
Yeah, I think they're gonna run into some problems here. It's the tank is in full effect. Troy Weaver's trying to get that number one pick again. You can tell, they got Cade out, they got Jeremy Grant out. They're gonna be putting out guys that normally don't get the kind of minutes they're gonna be seeing. So Orlando's got some players. Obviously they're a bottom barrel team too, but this is the only game we got to watch today, so I'm excited for it. I've been looking at these prop bets, and without those two guys, without Cade and without Jeremy Grant going, I like Sadiq, his over on points. He's listed at 19.5 points, and I think he's going to go way over that without their other two main options, scoring. Corey Joseph, again, he's going to be playing a lot of minutes with no Cade, and his over and under is at 9.5 points. So I think he's going to go way over that. You got over 3.5 assists for sure for Corey Joseph. And one big thing I saw, I was looking at the drops and the different kind of bets you can do, and for them to be tied at halftime, for a tie in the first half, is plus 1900.
Yeah. All right, Spencer. Yeah, I agree with you on those piston props there. I mean, hey, I mean, when you got guys out like that to get all that usage, I mean, I like your point there about Sadiq Bey and the over in the points. We've already seen him assert himself as, one of the top guys here that we're going to be able to look to get points from. So that over 19 points, we've seen the Pistons put up a few 20-point scorers with Grant and Cade. It seems like every night we have one. So, hey, continue that trend here. I like that Sadiq Bey call. That's for sure. And you know what? If you even want to get a little crazier, just looking at Sadiq Bey, he's plus 240 to score 25 points. I don't mind that at all. If you want to throw that in a parlay as well. But I mean, you know what? I'm going to keep riding the Pistons here. I just can't. I just cannot. I'm going to take the points here, and hopefully, maybe Orlando wins by a bucket. Maybe it's close. But I will say the other thing though, the Pistons have been winning quite a bit at the half. So I'm going to also bet the Pistons on the money line at the half here. But yeah, really no DFS to talk about with only one game today. But man, it's just been so much fun already watching all these college basketball games. Spencer, I got to say here in my own house here in the man cave, I do have three 65-inch TVs side by side, and it's a day that I smile every time I look and think, man, I'm just happy as can be that that is what basically, Spencer, I spent my stimulus money the first time that it all came through. That we got here when the COVID thing came through. I thought, I don't really. What am I going to buy with this money? I went out and bought me three $500 TVs, which I just I thoroughly enjoy here, buddy. I mean, it's the greatest thing ever. But so, Spencer, I just want to bring up one other thing here with everybody here at Woodward Sports. You know, they threw a piece of cheese up on the table for us. You know, for the employees here. So I mean, we gotta talk it up. We gotta talk a little shit here. You know, because let's just talk about it. Who would scream the loudest that they won? I mean, my guess is Adam, right? I mean, we guessing Adam would scream the loudest if he won.
Oh, for sure. Adam would probably, he'd be yelling it on every show. I could see that. I think Ryan Romani, he'd be talking a lot of trash too. He's such a nice guy, but he'll let you know if he wins. And of course, Braylon, because Braylon's so competitive. I can definitely see him walking around here talking crap to everybody. But I think one of us are going to take it home. I think it's going to be me, you, or Beerman that really takes the bracket home.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is in them brackets, I know I went different. Beerman said he was going to go with UCLA. So I mean, we already know if UCLA wins, Beerman's winning. So I mean,
Oh,
that's
for sure.
just he's going to be on an island by himself, and that's what we were kind of talking about to differentiate yourself in your brackets instead of everybody else just choosing kind of chalky stuff makes it kind of hard for you to win. But yeah, we'll see how it works out. But looking forward to that. That is for sure. But what do you and excuse me, you and Easy got a bet with each other here? I know you two got to be talking shit about that. You two got something going?
We just got a little bragging rights going on. Which one of the heavyweights is going to put out the best bracket. Easy's not too deep into the college basketball world, so I think I got the leg up on him. I don't even know if he made a bracket for the challenge. I mean, I'm sure he did because they told all of us to do it. And it's why not? It's something easy. It's fun. You'll have the bragging rights around the office, and I definitely think I could take Easy on that for sure.
I'll tell you what, Spencer. If I win that thing, I'm gonna have me like a little boom box when I walk in, and I'm gonna have some song playing as I walk in the studio. Have them flicker the lights and everything when I walk in. I'm gonna be shooting my money gun off. Better watch out when I come rolling through the door there. But hey, if I do win that prize or even the $1,000, I'd have some food in hand though for everybody to enjoy. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean March Madness full effect here. Everybody should be out drinking beer. I know. I got to tell everybody here. I'm part Irish, and my grandpa. Every time when I was younger, Spencer, I want to say, man, I had to be starting when I was a teenager. Every time I'd go over there on St. Patrick's Day, and I had to then after a while, because obviously I was with them a lot of times on St. Patrick's Day as my mom worked after school. But basically, he started giving me shots of Jameson on St. Patrick's Day. So that was like the first real alcohol I ever drank was Jameson. So on a day like today, even if I'm not drinking, buddy, I always do me a shot of Jameson for Grandpa. So I haven't done that yet. I actually plan on doing that at Bowl in the Night. But man, what a way to start off in your drinking career to have shots of Jameson thrown at you. But yeah, just kind of a little chuckle. I always think about 14 years old, and he'd sneak me a little shot and give me some little Irish saying or whatever else he'd say, and we drink away. But yeah, I know you're at Woodward Sports here for the time being, but Spencer, you gonna get out and enjoy you some green beers?
Yeah, I might get out there, go downtown maybe. Me and Easy were thinking about going and interviewing some drunk people, doing some man on the street interviews and getting that content going. And it's a beautiful day. It's obviously it's St. Patrick's Day, so everybody's gonna be celebrating the holiday. It's a perfect day to do it because the sun's shining and it feels great outside. Really one of the best days we've had of the year so far. And yeah, I might get out there and go celebrate. But if you do, just don't drive. There's so much going. You can call Uber, get a Lyft, get a cab, call a friend, do something. Just make sure, if you're out there celebrating, you don't drive because you don't want to put other people in harm's way, put yourself in harm's way. And yeah, I think I'm gonna go downtown for a little bit after this and invest and celebrate the holiday.
Man, you might find drunk Stewie down there. You never know, man. That's what we need. We need us another drunk Stewie. That was pure gold, that's for sure. But Spencer, we do have some games left here tonight that we still got to talk about. We got 8 college basketball games. We also got a Red Wing game that we can go over real quick. Red Wings minus 196. Vancouver is out there. Vancouver 6 over under. You know what? The only thing I'd be looking at, Spencer, real quick, are overs in Red Wing games. We've been seeing how many points they've been giving up. If not, I'd
Yeah.
maybe look at Vancouver minus a goal and a half. But I think over is the way to go with these Red Wing games.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm saying over, over, over. You know, they've been giving up goals at a historic pace at this point, and it's not great. I mean, it's other than Mo Sider, we don't got much on that blue line. So I really think 6 goals is going to be too little. They're going to have to start putting these over unders at 8 for the Red Wings because they're getting torched back there. And Vancouver's a good team, and yeah, I can't really see us doing much against them. So if you're gonna throw some scratch on this game, you might want to throw it on Vancouver on the money line or Vancouver, like you said, with the goal and a half, and definitely take the over.
Yeah, Vancouver 9-10. Won in their last 9 out of 10 games here. Red Wings have lost 6 in a row. Just haven't been playing all that well. But yeah, wrong team to be running into when you're just as hot as you are. But Vancouver is definitely been putting up some goals here recently. 5 spot, 6 spot, 6 spot against Toronto, 4 spots. So they're capable of putting that puck in the back of the net. So yeah, I think the over is a pretty good look in this one. But also here, Spencer, I wanted to just throw it over to Fletch here so we can hear from our good friends and our sponsor at Better Rate Mortgage, exactly where you are too, in that beautiful Better Rate studio there at the headquarters. But go ahead, Fletch.
John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Appreciate Better Rate being part of the show here. And also, other sponsor of the show would be the Jars Cannabis Company here. You shop jarscannabis.com. They offer delivery, in-store pickup, and in-store shopping as well. Michigan's largest variety for any of the lifestyle needs. They got a lot of friendly bud tenders over there. I really enjoy going over there. A lot of variety, all kinds of really good pricing too. Quite surprised here as an old guy here. Whenever dispensaries came around, everything was so expensive. But nowadays, it's down to reasonable land here. But Jars Cannabis medical recreational retailer located throughout Michigan, Grand Rapids, Flint, and Detroit, and more. But yeah, if you get 20% off, you mention Woodward Sports or the Woodward Bet Show. So make sure you're doing that and visiting over at Jars Cannabis. But I'll tell you what, Spencer, I think a couple green beers and some Jars Cannabis will make the day a little bit better here. That is for sure. You mentioned Crown Royal. That's now when you get serious. I mean, you guys start drinking Crown now. That's serious time for me. If I drink that, I know I better have nothing to do the next day, because usually Scott and Crown Royal, we've had some epic battles over the years. I want to say Crown has been winning. I think Crown has won more times than not, because I just don't know when to say when. But nowadays they got these flavored Crowns, Spencer. The peach one. I mean, that one's fabulous. The apple one's good too, but the peach one, that one's pretty good. Have you had the peach one before?
Yeah, I have. They got peach, they got apple, they got vanilla. I'm not really like a flavored liquor guy. I'd just rather my liquor to taste like liquor. I'm not really drinking it for the flavor or anything like that. But the apple is pretty good. I will say that. And yeah, those you dip into that Crown Royal, that's gonna end your night pretty soon. You don't want to take that stuff because it's so smooth. You can just keep putting it down, and then it finally catches up to you, and before you know it, you're on the floor. And yeah, I might just stick to the green beers today.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. See, but the problem with I have, Spencer, is you start drinking them green beers and then somebody throws a shot in your face or asks you if you want a shot, and my brain says no, but my mouth always says yes. I don't know why.
The
Just
heart says
is a
yes.
problem,
Yeah.
I guess. It
It's
always
hard.
works
It's
that
hard to
way.
turn it down.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about these other 8 games we got here in NCAA bracket here. We'll start off with the 6:50 game. Number 5 UConn playing number 12 New Mexico State here. What New Mexico State 7-point spread 131 is the over under here. But what do you think here about UConn and New Mexico State?
Yeah, I think New Mexico State's a good team, but I think UConn just outmatches them. I think this is going to be a pretty easy one. This could be one of those trap games because New Mexico State, they get up and down the floor, they play some solid defense. I could definitely see them getting closer to that 6.5, 7 points. So you might want to take New Mexico State with the points if you're going to play this one. I like the over on the over under because both of these teams, they play at a fast pace and they can get out and they can get up and down the floor and make some transition baskets. And I'm just excited. I'm really excited. This is the time of year we're gonna have a lot of basketball going. But for this first one, I do have UConn winning the game, but I think New Mexico State is going to cover the spread.
Yeah, I like New Mexico State as well here, Spencer. I was just looking at a height advantage. New Mexico State actually has size advantage over UConn all the way across the at every position. They got Teddy Allen, 19.96 a game here. UConn's been struggling recently here shooting the ball. They rank 166 in the country in making threes. So, this Aggie team won 26 games. So I do expect a close one, but give me those points. That's for sure. I'll take those in that one. But 7-10, we got number 2 seed Kentucky minus 18 over the St. Peter's Peacocks. St. Peter's Peacocks, that name just don't even seem to be right. But either way, we'll skip by that one here. But what do you think about Kentucky minus 18 here, Spencer?
Yeah, I like Kentucky. I think they're one of the best teams in the tournament. They're athletic, they're big, they can run the floor, they shoot the ball well, and I think they're just gonna the St. Peter's Peacocks have never seen the type of athletes and the level of basketball that Kentucky is going to show to them. And I think it's going to be a blowout. I'd take Kentucky with the points minus the 18 because I think it's going to get out of hand fast and it's going to I don't see St. Peter's really hanging on with Kentucky at all in this one.
Yeah, I think if anything here, I think I'd probably look at an under here. I think the under 132. I think Kentucky, you're right. They got way better athletes here now. St. Peter's here, they are the MMAC champions. They ranked 11 in games against Division I opponents. So with defensive possession. So, they do play defense. That's all they pretty much play for here. So I think maybe they'll be able to slow down Kentucky a little bit. I think they're going to try to limit the possessions. So I'll take the under 132 in that one. But we also got Indiana here at playing St. Mary's. St. Mary's, we're looking at, where's that spread here? St. Mary's is what, -3, 127 here against number 12 Indiana. What are you thinking here, Spencer? You think Indiana's got a shot to continue their postseason tournament success?
Of course, they got a shot, but I don't see it happening. I think St. Mary's wins. I think they're a better team. Indiana, yeah, they had a little luck, they were playing good ball in the Big Ten tournament, and I think they're being a little overhyped from that little segment size. I don't think they're good enough to hang with St. Mary's. I think St. Mary's is a good team. They're going to go out there. I really like St. Mary's minus the 2.5. I think they're going to beat Indiana by 6 to 8 points. I think they're going to have this game in their hands for most of the game. I think it's never going to really come close or come down to the wire. I think this is one that St. Mary's runs away with.
Yeah, now St. Mary's, what I do know about them, Spencer, is they play at one of the slowest paces in the country. So with that being said, and then you look at Indiana's Ken Pom defensive efficiency rating at 12, which is pretty high, obviously. I think this game sets up perfectly for an under in the 127. I think St. Mary's is going to play a slow tempo here. They're going to try to keep the possessions down. So I think I like that. Under 127 actually is one of my favorite plays today. So I'll probably hear that one here close to the end of the show. But we also got Creighton, San Diego State here. San Diego State -2.5, 125.5 here. I'll say here, I did struggle on this one though. On this one, I I went back and forth trying to figure out exactly which way I wanted to go. I mean, these 8, 9 seeds sometimes are tough to call, but this one here, nothing really stuck out to me here, Spencer. This is one I've been flip flopping in all of my different brackets I got in. But how'd you see this one going down?
Yeah, yeah, like you said, the 8, 9 seeds, those games they're tough to call because the teams are going to be so evenly matched. Um, I like San Diego State with just money line here because I don't like taking those points. You never know; it could come down to free throws. It could come down to maybe a buzzer beater. Maybe this is one of those March Madness games we see that ends with a buzzer beater. And it's a pick 'em. It's whoever you like, whoever your gut's feeling. It's telling me to take San Diego State, so I'm going to rock with them. I have them in all three of my brackets. I have them winning this game. I do like the over of the 121.5. I think this game will go over that because I think both of these teams they shoot at a high percentage. They can make some shots. So I think this will be an overplay for me rather than betting on either of the teams.
Yeah, I mean, if you are going to bet on it, as I suggested before a few times here, if anything -3 or left, just bet the money line. So if you like that, just don't even give the points. Just go straight for the money line. I will say Creighton's 0-7 against the spread in their last 7 tournament games as an underdog here. They're also 4-0 in their last 4 tournament games as a as an underdog. Actually, not tournament, just straight up this season 4 tournament 4 games as an underdog. I'm stumbling here. I haven't had too many green beers yet, there, buddy. But the over, though, as you mentioned, San Diego State 4-1 in the Aztecs' last 5 NCAA games, and then it's also 4-1 in their last 5 games. So I like the over. We get a pretty low number here. But with me being undecided, whenever I'm undecided, I'm just going to take the 2.5 points and see what happens. And hopefully, maybe it's a 1 possession game. Moving on here, Vermont and Arkansas here today. We also have this one here. This one we got Arkansas -4.5 over under at 139. Vermont and Arkansas, 55% of the money is coming in on Arkansas here. Arkansas, both teams actually been pretty good against the spread, covering at least 7 out of their last 10. But what do you think about this one here, Spencer?
I like Arkansas. I like them with the points. I think the Hogs. I think they just play. Playing against the SEC teams all year and just being battered and bruised in that division. I think that's going to really prove, and they're going to show. Going up against a Vermont team that doesn't have the caliber of players, caliber of athletes that the SEC teams do. And I just think Arkansas is going to roll here. I like the under 139 in this one. That's a pretty high over under for these first couple of rounds because in the first round these teams get in, they might be a little jittery because they're in the big dance. They don't have their feet set. They don't really know about their opponent as much as they should. So a lot of these games, teams aren't scoring unless it's this big crazy mismatch like a 1 seed going against one of these guys. But in this game, I think they're going to be slow to start off. So I like the under 139, and I like Arkansas with the points.
Yeah, this game here, I went back and forth at, but I was digging into it here, and I think I'm going to take Vermont and the points here. Reason being, Catamounts like to post up, they like to cut, and then they got a pretty elite shot making team. They shoot over 36% from three, almost shoot 50% from the field, and they're a 75% free throw shooting team. So I think that's going to help keep them in the game here. But I mean, they just demolished their competition. They went 17-1 in conference play. They won their conference title game 82-43, 28-5 overall. And but more importantly, they're pretty good in transition defense. They're top 10 in the country. So give me Vermont in these 5 points here. But I do think Arkansas moves on, but I think Vermont can keep it close. So moving on here, we got the San Francisco Dons and Murray State. Murray State -2, 137. Just kind of looking around here at this one. Murray State here, they're a pretty good team defensively. If you look at the Ken Palm rankings, they're ranked pretty high, but they've been struggling recently. Only covered the last 3 out of 10 here. But San Francisco, not very good against the spread this season either. 13, 18, and 1 so far. Just kind of looking around at some trends here. San Francisco under 7-1-1 in the Dons' last 9 neutral site games here. But Murray State 1-4 overall in their last 5 games. Against the spread, as we mentioned, they've been struggling here. But Spencer, you got any feelings on this one?
Yeah, I like San Francisco on the money line. You know, like you said, Murray State's been struggling. They're kind of limping into the tournament here. They're not playing their best ball, and I think when that happens, if you're not all there, if you're not locked in the tournament, you're going to get punched in the mouth in the first round. And I think San Francisco is going to go out there. I can't see it being a giant lead. I think these are two pretty evenly matched teams, and they're playing here in the first round. And I think this San Francisco is going to pull this one out though.
Yeah, San Francisco. I mean, they've hung with teams like St. Mary's and Gonzaga. I think they can get it done here against Murray State. This is one I went back and forth on a few different brackets here, but with it being under 2 points here, I do feel a little bit better taking Murray State minus the 1.5. But you know what? I think this one here, I wasn't really sure. The problem I had is San Francisco being 13, 17, and 2 against the spread, but I'm just going to take Murray State on the money line and roll with them being the better team here, but not a very strong feel on that one there. But this next one here, I do feel a little bit better about Akron and UCLA. UCLA minus 13.5, 128. Just kind of looking at UCLA, ranked very, very high in all the Ken Palm rankings. I think UCLA is a team they're going to be reckoned with here. We actually heard Beerman say this is a team he thinks could win the whole tournament outright. They're 7-3 in their last 10 against the spread here. But Akron, they've been pretty pesky themselves here. 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 neutral site games. They're also 4-0 in their last 4 games with the team above a 600 winning percentage, and they're 7-1 against their spread in their last 8 games overall. But Spencer, what are you thinking here? You think Akron can hang with UCLA here? 13.5 points.
No, I don't think they can hang with UCLA. I think UCLA is going to roll. I would even take them with the minus 13.5. I think this is going to be an easy tune-up match for them. They're too good. They got NBA talent. Tiger Campbell, Johnny Juzang, these guys on their team. They've been there before too. I think that's the big thing. The run they had last year, will instill them with a lot of confidence. So they're not going to get caught up. They're not going to come out flat against a team like Akron. And I think they're really gonna give it to them. So I'm going with UCLA here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, we've talked about teams that have been seasoned that are, already been there that have, the experience to get there and they're not, taken back by the moment and get all wide-eyed. I think we see that quite a bit. We kind of saw it in the Michigan game. They came out a little flat and then once they kind of settled in, it seemed like, what I was laughing, Spencer, I was watching that Michigan game. It seemed like it was one of those hard, shiny basketballs, that you got as a kid that was hard as a rock and it hit the rim and never seemed to want to go in because it would rattle too hard. Man, I don't know about you, but I thought, man, this basketball here looks like it's hard as a rock. But either way, they figured it out. But yeah, glad they got the W there. But we got one other game here to talk about before we get to some best bets. We got Texas Southern Kansas, number 1 seed Kansas, minus 21.5, 145.5 here. I mean, this one, I don't know. I don't even think you could even give Texas Southern any kind of chance here at all. 61% of the money's coming in on Kansas. That is a lot of points, 21.5. I mean, are you willing to take the chance, take the 21.5 here? I think I got a different approach here, but what are you thinking about 21.5?
I'm going with it. I'm going with Texas Southern to cover. I think 21.5 is it's such a big spread. Obviously Kansas outmatches them. They're the much better team. They're one of the best teams. They've been one of the best teams all year. And Texas Southern, not the notoriety, not one of the blue bloods like Kansas is, but 21.5 is just so much points. And I think if it comes down to where I think they're going to get up big early. They're going to get this big lead, and in the second half, they're going to be playing. We're playing to win. They're not going to be going for the throat. They're not going to be trying to run up a 40-point lead on these guys. They might put in some of their weaker guys, and I think Texas Southern can chip it down to under 21.5. So yeah, give me the points on this matchup.
Yeah, I was going to suggest actually taking Texas Southern in the first half plus 13. You can see it. There's plus 12.5 in some spots. I did see a 13, I think, at BetMGM, but yeah, I think that is something, to look at too, Spencer. I mean, that's a lot of points in the first half, and then, that 21.5 for the full game. But yeah, we'll see. Texas Southern's a better team defensively in the ratings than they are offensively. But yeah, being a 16 seed, obviously we expect Kansas to move on. But yeah, so that's going to basically do it for the games today. Just kind of looking at what we got in front of us here. We got NBA, we got the Pistons playing, we got the Red Wings playing, we got all these games playing. We got a nice day outside, Spencer. We got to give some best bets here to the people for the rest of the day here. So what you got here
Yeah,
for our bank account here? We got to get it rolling here on March Madness so we can pay for these
get some
green
people
beers as
some.
bill. Somebody's got to pay that bar bill later.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, give the people some money to get them some green beers and maybe a shot of Jameson or two. For best bets for tonight, I'm gonna go with a couple Pistons props. I like Sadiq Bey over 19.5 points. I think you can book that. Like I said, without Cade Cunningham, without Jeremy Grant, so much is going to be expected of Sadiq. He's going to have to go out there. He's going to have to put in points. And I could easily see him getting 20 points tonight against the Magic. Another Pistons prop I like is Corey Joseph over 3.5 assists. Now I'm not a fan of Corey Joseph. I don't like him at all, really. But I mean, 3.5 assists. He's going to be playing a lot of point guard. It's going to be him and Killian, and I think he can easily get that done, just dishing it off. He only needs 4, and he's going to be getting a lot of minutes in this game, so I can definitely see that happening. And my third and final best bet is going to be the over 6 on the Red Wings and Canucks. I think with the amount of goals that the Red Wings have been letting up, it's just hard not to tap those overs. And I think, like you said, Vancouver's a good team. They've been putting up 6 goals by themselves in a lot of their last games. So I can definitely see that one going over.
Yeah, I like that one as well too, Spencer. That was going to be one of mine, so you stole one of mine. The over in
Yes.
the Red Wing game. I like it. I love doing that to Beer Man. You can just tell too. Like when he comes on, I can just tell by the look on his face. Like if Beer Man don't want to play poker with me because I can read his face and I know when I stole his pick. But yeah, yeah, I do like the over in that one as well. But I like the over in the first period, over 1.5. It looks like it's at -135 right now in FanDuel. So over 1.5 goals in that first period. And then I got to keep going with the Pistons, Spencer. I mean, I will lay a little bit of caution today, but at this point, I'm just going to keep doing it because they've just been winning time and time again. 11 out of the last 12. Can't complain. That one they lost was actually by a half point. So if you shopped around right, you may have even got a push. But either way, hottest team in sports against the spread right now. Got to keep riding it. I think that's the thing you got to do. And then I also like the under in that St. Mary's in Indiana game. I think that one is way too high at 127. I think this game is going to be pretty low scoring and barely is going to get over 100 here today. So that there are my best bets here for today. But appreciate you, Spencer, coming on today. I'm looking forward to that heavyweight show with T-Foss. But yeah, we're gonna have to get you on now more. Little Beastie, we lost Beastie on throughout the week, so looks like maybe we'll rotate you and Easy in here, or maybe we'll get both of you guys in here. Love to have you guys on here, but for sure gonna get you guys coming through here. And Fletch, you're doing a great job back there, buddy. Appreciate you. You got a good teacher right there, sitting there in that chair right there. But appreciate everything you do there. But Spencer, got any words of wisdom before we get out of here today?
Yeah. Well, first of all, yeah, thanks for having me on. I'd love to come on more. I appreciate it. Anytime you need me, just let me know. And yeah, back to words of wisdom, back to what I was saying. Just if you're going to be out celebrating today, if you're going to be out drinking, make sure you don't drive. It's easier than ever right now than in the area we live in to call a friend, call an Uber, get a Lyft, get something. Just make sure you're not driving if you're going to be out spending time at those bars tonight.
Yeah, that's the best advice you can possibly give. I mean, you don't want to get yourself in a room. Man, them DUI tickets are pretty damn expensive. That is for sure. And God help you if you end up hurting somebody. But either way, Spencer, gamble responsibly today and tomorrow here. But we will be back tomorrow. Beastie's going to join us tomorrow. So looking forward to that. But for Fletch, behind the glass, for Spencer, I am Scott. Appreciate you watching the Woodward Bet Show. Good luck today. Be safe, and we'll catch you tomorrow.